Hey guys, it's Melanie. Hope you're having a great day. It's time for another chit chat. Get ready with me, and I'm gonna do my makeup and discuss random thoughts that I have on this beautiful, lovely spring morning. This thing right here is a new makeup mirror, by the way. I will be telling you a little bit more about this, but I recently received this in PR. It was from an Amazon seller. I get a ton of requests to review random products from Amazon, and the vast majority I turn down because one, I don't need that much stuff in my life, and two, a lot of it just doesn't look very good. We're gonna put the old hairs back here. Oh, what's going on? I do have my assistant Alf here. I want to tell you guys more about this mirror, but I'm going to do that in another video. So it does have these really nice lights on it, but I'm not going to be able to use it today because I'm using the ring light for filming. And if I turn here, I'll just show you. It makes me look insane. It makes me look like, that's too much. This is nice because it does have different types of lighting options. So there's like a cool white, there's a warm, I don't like the warm, and then there's like a daylight option. Really like the daylight, but I feel like that's too much light. All right, so I already have a few things on my face that usually just need to sit for a little while before I start my makeup, that being my primer, my SPF, and my eye primer. I'll put links to whatever I'm plopping on my face today. The only thing that I know for sure is that I'm using my Sydney Grace shadows, but I'm not sure about everything else. So check that description box down below. And yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so Stella is actually at a friend's house right now. She spent the night there, and so I have been home alone because currently, right now, when I'm filming, Craig is actually out of town. And man, it kind of sucks being like home alone by herself. I mean, I have the dogs, obviously, but yeah, it's nicer to have the people around, right? I miss my people. It's too quiet in here. This is too big of a house for just one person, and it feels lonely and just weird here without the usual suspects running around making a mess. So anyway, I have decided to use this time while Craig, oh, am I out of this? Oh gosh, I think I'm out. Please just give me a little tiny bit more. This is the Tatcha. Oh gosh, I think it's gone. Nope, there's a little tiny bit. I don't know how I'm gonna get to it. Frick. The Tatcha, the silk powder. This is really nice, by the way. I love this powder. I'm totally gonna repurchase this. Yes. Darn it. Okay, back to what I was saying. When Craig decided to leave town to head up to, oh, I got it. I took the thing off. When Craig decided to go up to Canada with his dad to check on their summer cottages, I was like, this might be a good time for me to try to do a sugar detox, which I've done a few times, and I always hate when I fall off my little health train, because I know how hard it is to go through the process of coming off of sugar and a lot of like unhealthy food choices. I feel like I go in cycles with this and I hate it. I usually, when I get really stressed, my immediate reaction is to turn to food, mostly sugar. I feel like for most of my life, I've probably had a pretty decent sugar addiction, and you know, it's fun to eat candy and it's all fine and well until you get to the point where you're like, I feel awful. Like, I have just basically since last fall, I have felt super sluggish, Well, quite frankly, for the last couple of years. When the pandemic started, I stopped going to the gym, and that was a big mistake on my part. I should have continued to exercise at home, but I just got lazy about it. And quite frankly, overwhelmed with everything that was happening and trying to figure out, like, how am I going to teach my kid? I am not a teacher. That was a struggle, let me tell you. So I just started getting really stressed out just about everyday life. And, then Mr. Kong passed, and that was awful. And I took a huge hit from that emotionally. And then, other things that were going on. Nothing like insanely traumatic. Like, I don't have some big story about what happened. Life happened, right? Like, I just started feeling overwhelmed, and oh, that's a hair from the brush. Are you shedding now? Don't shed. You've never shed before. This is my Milani powder bronzer brush. But I just started getting overwhelmed with life in general, and per usual, I went to my old standby, which is food and mostly candy. And I just I guess I made excuses for myself. I do this a lot where I'm like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, just, eat the candy and then deal with it later. Take a couple months, live your best life, do what you want to do, and then you can just fix it later. Like, I always have this mentality of when it comes to, especially with having a healthy diet, which is so important for me personally, because it really does help so many of my anxiety issues. I notice that my anxiety goes way higher when I'm not paying attention to my diet, when I'm not exercising. Exercise is a huge thing for me. And I'm not like a hardcore crazy exerciser where I'm into CrossFit or anything crazy like that. I really like walking, and I guess you could call it power walking. I like walking on I'm looking at my treadmill over here. I love walking on a treadmill at 4 miles an hour with the incline and just really sweating it out that way, because you can get a really good workout when you're walking, right? Works your glutes, works your thighs, all of that lower body stuff. And then for upper body, I like to do just some weight training. I do have some 10-pound weights, and I have a kettlebell that I like to use. So, I have all the things that I need. But anyway, stressed, and I was like, I'm just going to start eating what I want to eat and enjoying my life, because YOLO, and, if I need to, I'll fix whatever damage I cause with this later. Well, when you do go to fix the damage, and I'm not saying damage in I'm not emotionally damaged from overeating. It just takes its toll on my body. I feel incredibly sluggish. I can't think as well. I just feel like my ability to function becomes greatly reduced, and I hate that. I hate that feeling. I just don't like feeling like I can't think straight, like I can't hold a train of thought. I mean, it's even simple things like holding a train of thought, and it shows up a lot in when I'm doing videos. I catch myself needing to start over time and time again, and that just gets to be it's frustrating. I frustrate myself because I'm one of those people where I'm very goal oriented, and I like to get things done, and I like to do things that I enjoy, and I like to feel productive. I'm very type A. I like to be organized. I like to be with it. I just feel like that is the way that I feel my best. Everyone's different. There are other people that just thrive on being very zen and laid back. For me, I like to be on top of things, and I like to feel productive. And I struggle with sitting around and doing nothing. And some of that might be that I have some adult onset ADHD. I definitely notice some changes when it comes to that kind of stuff, the older I get. And so for me, just being productive it's the way. to be. So anyway, Craig leaves and I'm like, okay, this is a really good time for me to do this because honestly, Craig's kind of a candy monster too. This guy has a sweet tooth that could actually rival mine. And so I figured since he's not going to be here for a few days, I can kind of start the process and that way it'll be easier. And in the past, whenever I've done this, gone on these like sugar detox situations, can you guys see what I always forget that, here, let's see if I can move that up. There we go. Whenever I've done this in the past, like I have a rough week or two and then it really starts to get better. And then I get to the point where I don't even want the sugar. Like I can look at a bag of like Haribo peach rings when I'm at Cost Plus World Market, picking up some random German foods that they have. And I can just walk past it. And I'm like, I don't need this. This is completely unnecessary. Don't want it, don't need it. And it's great. I love getting to that stage, but getting to that stage is, the older I get, the harder it is. Like this time around, I feel incredibly foggy. I feel very, almost disoriented. It's a very strange thing to feel like you are not really in control of your body or your emotions. And I definitely feel a lot more emotional too. So I think what this is teaching me is that I'm becoming an old lady. And I really just need to be careful to just not overdo it, period. Like that just needs to be my thing. I think you should absolutely treat yourself, right? Like you should not live a life where you never allow yourself any goodies or any desserts or cookies or the things that you love. But I think there is a need for moderation when it comes to that stuff because it's very easy to go overboard. And it was like I was on a cruise and then I was like, I'm just gonna jump off the very top of this ship here and see what happens. And I don't like it. I don't like the way I feel. So I need to clean up my diet. I have started buying healthier food, making it at home. Craig and I are also super guilty about eating out a lot. We love Grubhub. We love Uber Eats. We tend to not love the process of cooking. We love having our own food that we make, but it's the process of cooking that we're just like, and Craig works. He is gone pretty much all day. So the cooking stuff does fall on me because I'm home. And it's not like he's like, I need to come home to a home cooked meal. Like Craig is not like, he's not like that. He's like, I don't care. Let's order Grubhub. Like he just does not care, but I care. And yeah. Okay, what do I want to do? I don't think I want to do a crazy look today. Basically today, I need to run to Costco to pick up some health food. I need some cucumbers. I need some cherry tomatoes. I'm making this Greek quinoa salad concoction that I love so much. It's delicious. I used to use the, orzo pasta, the one that's in like the oval, or it's like that football shaped pasta, that one, right? That's orzo, am I right? I used to use that, but it turns out it's just as delicious as quinoa, and quinoa I think is probably a better option for me than the pasta, because pasta usually turns to sugar, which is part of my frickin' problem. So, yeah, by the way, what is this color? Faithful? Oh, I love these Sydney Grace shadows. I just placed an order with Sydney Grace. There were a few new eyeshadows that they recently put out, and I love them. They're fantastic. So I picked up a couple more. I'll show you guys the ones that I got when they come in the mail. I think I only ordered like 5 or 6 of their single shadows. So, but anyway, so yeah, I'm just going to Costco today to buy the stuff to make this quinoa salad concoction. And usually I make like a huge tub of it. And then I just eat that for days on end. I am someone who doesn't mind eating the same thing over and over again. So for me, it's good to like do like that meal prep style where I just make like a huge amount of something on like a Saturday or a Sunday, and then I just mow on that every day for lunch and dinner. I do still very much enjoy intermittent fasting, and that's something that actually hasn't really changed, despite my, you know, I guess spiral into my unhealthy lifestyle. I don't really crave breakfast. I have coffee in the morning, and that's fine for me until about noon or 1 o'clock. So intermittent fasting is still a great thing. And that's honestly probably the only reason that I haven't gained a ton of weight, because the amount of like excess calories from sugar and carbs should probably put me a good like at least 20 pounds overweight. I've gained just a few pounds, not very many, but I think I've maintained mostly just because of the intermittent fasting. So that's still a thing for me. I love that. It's a great system. Works for me. Doesn't really work for everybody, but I like it. All right, I'm just gonna put a little bit of shimmer on my lid here, and I think we're gonna call it. So, yeah, gosh, this sugar crash is rough. I know in a few days I'm gonna be fine. I just need to like get through it. And the next time that I decide that, you know, I'm gonna go overboard, I need to remember this. It's so much harder this time. That brain fog, that just feeling of not feeling great is, I can't do it anymore. I'm getting too old, you guys. I'm 43, and I'm at a stage in life where I have to maintain a somewhat healthy lifestyle consistently and not do this on, off situation. I think one of the things that really helps me a lot is exercise. And as long as I stick with the exercise, I don't find myself craving or needing to overdo it on sugar and food stuff. I don't know what it is. It's just that boost of, what is it, serotonin? What do you get? Endorphins when you exercise. I feel so good. Just need to like knock it off in terms of getting off that boat. So, oh God, I'm going to do this off camera, guys. Hold on. I'm going to do my liner and my mascara, and then I'll come back and we'll round all this out. Hold, please. And we're back. All right, we have some mascara, which always so helpful, right? A little bit of eyeliner, and I grabbed my Fenty Beauty, what are these, gloss bombs? Yeah, gloss bomb. In the shade Fussy, and that will be my lip color today. Okay. Here we go. Delightful. Glossy. It smells good too. I like the smell of these. Anyway, you guys, in conclusion, I'm going to continue on this little recommitting to health, just overall general health journey of mine. And hopefully that helps with the brain fog, the just overall sluggishness, the overall bleh that I've been feeling for a little while now. I'm over it. I am ready to move on. If you too are ready to take on some life changes, I mean, maybe you don't need to cut sugar. Maybe you need to cut other things. It is possible to do it. It's hard. You just have to commit yourself, and you just have to remind yourself of what you're going to feel like after you reach sort of like the toughest part of the journey, which is after you get to like the really hard part, it gets easier. And then it just becomes a part of your lifestyle. And then you just got to make sure to not like let that go to crap again. So anyway, all right. I feel ready to take on the world, and I'm going to go, where's my dog? He left, didn't he? He left. Great. I'm going to go check on what he's doing, get ready to take a little trip to Costco and get some cucumbers and other things. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.